So Diddy's three daughters, all three of them got up and walked out that courtroom once they started hearing the vivid details of this testimony that the sex worker gave. Let's go ahead and get into this video, all right? So it says Sean Diddy Combs' three daughters left the courtroom in the middle of his sex crimes trial when a male sex worker gave testimony involving graphic and lurid details of the music mogul's alleged activities. All right. And we're about to get into what those alleged activities were. All right. Daniel Phillip, who is the male escort, the sex worker, alleged in a Manhattan court just this past Monday, May 12th, that he had been paid by Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie to have XEX with her as Combs sat in the corner watching them while he shucked his duck. All right. Phillip also testified that he witnessed Combs being violent towards Cassie. Now, I'm not sure if they typed that up correctly, but it is saying, per reading this, if they proofread it, that he was paid by Cassie to have SEX with her for Diddy to enjoy and get his shucked duck, all right, from it. Now, we've been reading that Diddy was paying people to have SEX with Cassie for his pleasure, but this is saying, all right, that he had been paid by Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie to have SEX for her to please Combs. All right, we're just making sure that's clear. All right, Combs' daughters, recent high school graduate Chance Combs and 18-year-old twins Delilah and Jesse Combs left the courtroom twice, y'all, while Phillips testified, each time during the graphic accounts of sexual encounters, including a time when Combs allegedly shucked his duck, all right, in a corner while watching him have sex, okay? They could not take it. My question is, as a parent, why would you want your daughters to sit in during this type of trial? You know it's going to be a lot of ish being brought up that they really should not be privy to, that their father did, all right, or didn't do, all right, innocent until proven guilty, quote unquote, but I think he's guilty, okay? Why would you want your children in there? I mean, did he have a say-so? Did he ask them to come? I mean, those are questions that we may never know the answer to, but I just wonder, why are they in there, okay? Prosecutors also played in court the hotel security footage from 2016 where Combs is seen assaulting Ventura, shoving her to the ground and kicking her as she lay motionless. We all seen that video that TMZ released of them kind of by the elevators where he is basically wailing on Cassie, okay? She can't even defend herself. He's wailing on her. So they were privy to see their father being a woman abuser. I don't know how this is going to impact their relationship, but I'm actually glad that this is like a veil coming off. They're actually able to see their father for who he actually is instead of the person that he tries to pretend to be towards them, okay? Combs' daughters remained in the courtroom as the video of the hotel encounter was played, and so did Combs' mother, Janice Combs. They all looked straight ahead as the video played. Combs' son watched the video. So it sounds like his whole family is in a courtroom at this point. His mama, his sons, and his daughters. They're all in the courtroom to witness what their father had done, what their father's done, all right? I wonder if we're going to get into what actually happened to Kim Porter. I don't know, but we'll see. Combs has been charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He has pleaded not guilty, okay? He was accused in a 2024 indictment of using his fame to lure women and forcing them to partake in sex parties, which have since become notoriously known as freak-off parties, some of which lasted for days. Now, we all know that's true. How many people done came out and exposed this? Everybody lying? Everybody lying? Come on, let's be real. Is everybody lying? Everybody? Every single one of these people lying or trying to get clout? Now, Diddy has been seen in several footage talking about how he liked to party, okay? On Monday, Combs appeared in court in a gray sweater over a white collared shirt and khaki pants and blew a kiss at his family who showed up to support him, okay? They're still supporting their pervy, sick, demented family member, Diddy, okay? Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson told the jury during opening statements that there was another side to the Grammy-winning media mogul, Diddy, okay? A side that ran a criminal enterprise, she added, alleging his crimes span over 2 decades and were orchestrated by a team that helped him undertake kidnapping, arson, drugs, and sex crimes. And she is actually correct. I just hope that they have enough evidence to nail him to the cross, because if not, he's going to get out. And if you think he has a big head, he's definitely going to have a big head then. But then I was kind of thinking, I'm like, he can't snitch, because if he snitch, okay, the type of circle that Diddy runs in, he runs with like the elites, the people with the big money, okay, the people with the big power, the power of food industries. We think it's just limited to the entertainment industry, but it's everywhere. Technology, politics, like there have been several high up people, elite people, millionaire billionaires who have attended his parties and have partook in a lot of these activities that he's being alleged to be a part of. So he can't snitch. He can't go in there and throw people under the rug just because he is right now in the fire, because I'm thinking they could get him knocked off in there. Okay, they probably can pay off a CEO or pay a judge to turn a blind eye, because money talks. As much as we want to pretend that we live in a world where morality and honors are based higher, no, money talks, especially in the US. If you have a lot of money, you can get things worked out in your favor. Okay, we're gonna see if that plays out in this case, because we know Combs was a billionaire. I'm not sure if he still has that wealth, because he's had lawsuits. He's had a lot of things going on. I'm sure these court proceedings are not free, so that's coming out of his pockets. Or maybe he has one of his buddies paying for his court proceedings. Who knows, you guys? But y'all, let me know you guys' thoughts about this. This is crazy. I'm just like, wow, just his daughters being able to witness these testimonies. I really would love to be a fly in their brain. Okay, people say fly on the wall, but I would love to be a fly in their brain just to see, like, how are they thinking? Like, is this affecting their outlook on their father? Now, his mama knew he was doing this stuff. So his mama just as guilty as him. I don't see his mama in the same light I see his girls, because I feel like Diddy is one of those type of men that will protect his daughters, who will keep his daughters away from the things that he engage in. He wants to be seen as a certain way to his daughters. His sons have been known to participate in these parties with him, even grabbing women to bring to their father, allegedly. So I don't think the same as far as his sons, but definitely his daughters. I'm just interested to know, like, how has witnessing a lot of this affected their perception of their father? Like, definitely interested in that. All right, you guys. So I'm going to go and search up one more article just to make sure we're not leaving out any good, juicy information about this. And then we're going to close out the video, okay? I was able to read through this other article that I found on it, and it's corroborating. It's basically the same information. The only thing that it's kind of added is that the daughters walked out in tears, okay? They didn't just get up and walk out. They got up and they walked out, but they were crying. So this kind of goes into a little bit of what I was saying right here. The emotional exodus of the Combs girls on Monday, May 12th, underscored the human cost of the accusations leveled against the music industry icon. That's what I was saying. I'm like, the fact that they're witnessing these things, yeah, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. But I'm hoping that justice is served. And if he is guilty, which he is, that he is prosecuted for it. He should not be shown any favoritism because of who he is, who he knows, the money that he has, his connections, all of that jazz. All right, let me know you guys' thoughts about this. This is crazy. Do you feel like his daughter should be there? Do you feel like his family should be there? I don't know. Let me know you guys' thoughts, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.